What's up YouTube? Coach Ho here making my very first video. It's a beautiful day here in Central Florida, here on a tennis court to make a video about a reverse lunge. A reverse lunge, if you don't know, is a lower body movement that's mainly looking to target the glutes and the hamstrings, but of course it also works some of your quads and the rest of your lower extremities as well. But the main focus with the reverse lunge is going to be to build up the glutes and the hamstrings. So you've probably done a reverse lunge before if you've walked up stairs before. That step that you take and then you pull yourself up to that next step is basically a reverse lunge. So there is a purpose for it, even if you're not an athlete or someone who has some sort of training goals. It's still a movement that you want to work on so that you can be stronger in your everyday life. So let's go ahead and talk about the reverse lunge. The reverse lunge is going to start with your feet either hip width or shoulder width across. Whatever position feels better. If you have longer legs, it might feel better to have your feet a little bit wider apart, so that way you can get deeper into that reverse lunge. But you want to start with your feet whatever way is comfortable. You want to start with your chest up nice and proud, shoulders are tucked down and back, and your core is braced by drawing in your belly button towards your spine to keep a nice braced core. The first step with the reverse lunge is going to be that long step back. So you want to make sure that when you take that long step back that you make sure that your feet stay parallel. So if your feet start at hip width, they're still hip width even after that initial step. A common mistake with a reverse lunge is that someone will either usually step out kind of wide or they're going to cross back with it. Not that those are wrong, but it's just a different type of lunge that targets something a little bit different. So let's start back with that original step back. Once you take that long step back, and you have a nice stable base, the next step is to drop it down into it, like if you were taking a split squat or a squatting position. Staying nice and upright with your torso and with good control, lower yourself down until that knee is just above the ground. At this bottom position, take notice of your knee position. Right now your knee should be tracking right over your toes, not caving in or very wide open. Staying in a very safe and stable position. And then to return back to that original position, you're gonna push 90% through the front leg and about 10% through that back leg to reset back to the original position. So from the side, it's gonna look a little something like this. Notice that in my step back, my knee is right over top of my hip as I get to the bottom of that lunge, and that this knee is either over the ankle or slightly in front of the ankle, and then resetting back in the front. Once again, it's gonna look a little something like this. So if you did take a shorter step back, it's not that it's wrong, it's just that you're gonna be focusing more on your quads rather than the glutes and the hamstrings. And if you did take a longer step back, it means you're gonna have more pull with your hamstrings and your glutes as you have to fight to get yourself back to that starting position. Hopefully this short video was helpful for whoever is watching it. If you liked it, please leave a like or subscribe to my channel, and I'll try to put up more videos like this. Anyways guys, see ya and enjoy the rest of your day.